if you're feeling lost in life, if you're feeling depressed, if you really are struggling to figure out what you were meant to do on this earth, then this video is for you. I'm going to make this as concise as possible. I want to make this as actionable as possible and really try to help you without having to spend a ton of time watching a video. But if you're new to my channel, my name is Brian, and this is The Ascended Man, where I help you forge strength, elevate your spirit, and lead with purpose. A little bit about me: I served in combat with the U.S. Marines at the age of 20. I was a certified personal trainer for over a decade, and I've coached tons of men to peak performance. I've also coached women as well. And this is the channel that I made to give back. It's like I was giving advice to my younger self. And I know most of the guys that watch my channel are between the ages of about 23 to mid to late 30s. So, all right, if you have no idea what your purpose is, you've got to think about, what do you like? What do you like to do? If you could do anything in the world and get paid for it, what would it be? Okay. What have other people told you that you're good at in your life? You should ask people that are close to you their opinion. Now, I'm not saying that you just take their opinion and run with it, but you think about what you like to do. What have people told you that you're good at? And then you have to figure out a way to make it others-centered. So how can I now serve people? Let me give you an example. So when I was younger, my childhood dream was to be a movie actor. Now, I didn't end up doing that, but then I realized that I could do YouTube. I like to write. I do like to read. I like being on camera, and I like to teach. I was a personal trainer for a long time, coach, and I realized that I just really love helping people become a better version of themselves. So it took me all throughout my 20s to figure this out. I mean, it took me 7 years to finish college. I went down the path of law enforcement. I went into security, and I also have done sales for a while as well, but I do love coaching people. It's fun for me. And I actually really enjoy being on camera, and I figured that I could actually help a lot of people doing this. So think about what you like to do. What if people said that you're good at? And it's about taking your gifts and sharing that with the world. It's about figuring out what your gifts are in life and sharing those gifts with the world. Now, skill sets are something that we can develop over time. And no one is good at anything starting out. I mean, some people may be naturally inclined at being decent at something, but skill sets take reps. It takes time. So even if you're not that great with something starting out, you can improve over time. Becoming a better speaker. Maybe there's a trade that you want to start improving. It takes reps and time. It takes many years. But that's really how you find your purpose. How do you find your life's purpose? Reflect in solitude. Block out the noise. Get rid of notifications on your phone and just be in quiet. Block out the noise, all the external noise, and pray to God, to the higher power, whatever you believe in. And ask for guidance. Ask for God to light your path, to give you the clarity that you need. And journaling. I think reflecting in solitude, just thinking and writing, really has helped me connect a lot of the dots. And you also have to think about what puts you into a flow, what doesn't feel like work, right? Of course, with everything, there's going to be some things that you don't really feel like doing, but I actually enjoy creating videos. It's fun for me. It doesn't feel like work. Your purpose is going to feel effortless at times. You're just going to be into a flow, and you're not going to feel like it's forced What is your purpose? Your purpose has to be a deeper reason. Like, for example, my channel, The Ascended Man. I'm helping you forge strength for life. Just like in the military, we wore armor in battle. Well, just like in life, you have to forge yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And we have to forge our own armor in life to withstand the storms of life. And I'm helping you forge strength for life. Physically, spiritually, emotionally. It's a holistic thing. Helping men grow. So, little quick story about me. I went in the Marine Corps right out of high school when I turned 19. And the biggest reason why was because I did not feel like I had a strong masculine father figure growing up. Now, I love my dad. He was there for me, but it wasn't the masculine figure that I needed. And I was around a lot of women growing up, my mom and my sisters. Lots of feminine energy. And so I went in the Marine Corps because I felt like I needed to have that exposure. I needed to go into a challenging environment where I could be around other men. And now there is some toxic stuff that goes on. I'm not saying it's the healthiest and that it's the healthiest masculine energy, but it really helped give me the balance that I needed. And I actually ended up getting a tattoo on my side. And the tattoo says, as iron sharpens iron, one man sharpens another. And I think it's crazy because it wasn't until later down the road and I realized that this was what I wanted to do. I wanted to coach men. And sometimes life will take you down different paths, but you have to look back and connect the dots. For example, it took me 7 years to finish college. I sucked in school growing up. Okay? I started out as an exercise science major when I was a personal trainer. I went down and studied pre-physical therapy for 2 years, realized that I suck in physics, I suck in science, I suck in math, hardly could pass them. So I had to change my major after 2 years. And then I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to go in criminal justice. I'm going to go be a cop. So I studied criminal justice for a couple of years, tried to get into law enforcement, police department, sheriff's office. 3-4 departments, it didn't work out. I got rejected. And the main reason why is because I couldn't pass the polygraph. And the reason why I couldn't pass the polygraph was because I had dabbled around with anabolic gear when I was in the Marine Corps. So I also went and did private security, but I couldn't progress into the government with the private security that I wanted because I couldn't, I wasn't, honestly, I wasn't cut out for it. I was super athletic, super fit, but in terms of like sniper rifles and machine gun accuracy and crazy pistol qualifications, I was competing with guys who were Navy SEALs and Green Berets and all this kind of Delta Force, all this crazy stuff. And I was just infantry in the Marine Corps, nothing crazy. But I was so lost, man. At the end of it was at the end of 2018, I had done 4 years in college. I burned through my GI Bill almost. I didn't have my degree yet. I couldn't be a cop. Private security wasn't working out, and I was completely lost. So I went down and I got recertified as a personal trainer again. Then I finally finished college, and I realized I really did like coaching people as I had transformed my body and my mind. But ultimately, I got to the point where I just realized, I think I'm going to start coaching people. And it wasn't until really about 6 months ago that I decided to do YouTube. But anyway, how do you find your purpose? Journal, reflect, write. Think about the stuff that you like to do. What are you good at? What are things that you can improve upon? And what could you see yourself doing long term? And how can you serve people with it? Because it's not about you. I did fitness modeling. I wanted to be a movie actor, and it's like, it's not about you. It has to be, your purpose has to be a deeper reason. I want to help men because I didn't have the father figure that I needed, the strong masculine figure that I needed growing up. So I went in the Marine Corps. And then I got this tattoo on my side of, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. And I realized I like coaching. You see how all this comes together throughout my life? And I just started connecting the dots, and I realized, okay, this is what I should be doing. I want to be the older brother I never had. I want to be that, that older mentor that I never had, and teaching you guys the lessons that I learned, so that way you don't make the same mistakes that I did, and it can hopefully save you a little bit less pain. How do you find your purpose, man? There's no right answer. You can be doing anything, but it has to be about how you're giving back. How are you impacting the world? How are you serving others? Because it always has to be other-centered. If it is selfish, if it is about you, if it's about the ego, it's not going to be long-standing. It's not going to last long. And it's not going to be fulfilling. It's not going to give you that fire. Because life will get tough. Sometimes life will be easy. Sometimes it'll be tough. It's the ebbs and flow of life. So it has to be from a deeper reason why. And there's a lot of great books out there. Simon Sinek, Find Your Why, Start With Why, 2 separate books. There are, what was it? The Greatness Mindset by Lewis Howes is another great book. And there's a ton of great books out there, but that would be my advice to you. And ask other people too. What could you see me doing? What do you think I'm good at? Some people are naturally good with computers and math and science. Some people, are more data people. They're numbers people. That's not me. Some people are better at speaking. They're better with people and connecting with people. Some people make people feel really good, right? So everyone has our own natural inclinations and natural gifts. And it's really just about finding what those gifts are and giving it to the world. So if you have no idea, then I encourage you to journal, reflect about it, pray about it. And, if you don't even know where to begin, you got to start listening, consuming some content to get ideas, reading, podcasts, YouTube. And another thing, travel. If you have no idea where to even begin, what to journal about, maybe you've tried reflecting, maybe just go travel and go experience life, because having new experiences might trigger something else. You might get some new ideas. You just go travel abroad if you can and go figure it out. But ultimately, if you don't know what your purpose is, you're going to be lost in life and you're not going to feel fulfilled. You're not going to be living a life where you feel happy. And happiness for guys is different than it is for women and children. Men feel happy when we feel fulfilled with a purpose, when we're on a mission, something that you can continuously build. Your purpose is your top priority. It's like the number one thing that will always be most important before a woman. It's going to be more important before anything and everything. And it took me all through my 20s to really figure it out. And it wasn't just until really a couple years ago, and I'll be 34 this summer, that I really started to form my idea of what it was going to be. I always thought it was going to be a fitness influencer. I did a little bit of that, and it just wasn't it, man. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, comment down below what you're going through. Let me know what your thoughts are, if any of this resonated with you, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.